Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Rolling Through Life. My name is Wanda, and this is Tuesday's chat night. Can't believe it. I'm only 1 minute late. Who would have thunk that, huh? So, what's everybody been up to? Me just trying to survive. It's about all I can do right now. My arthritis in my wrist started acting up, so that means there was no crocheting this week, and which I know it's not really helping anything. It just keeps it stabilized so I can do necessities like transferring and stuff. You never know what your wrist helps with until you lose the use of it. Hopefully we get some people in here that want to chat. So what else have I been doing? And of course, doctor calls. Hey, Diana, how are you, hon? I think tomorrow I am going to go and get my hair cut. Not short, just trimmed, but make myself look a little presentable, I guess. I'm in that like in between stage. They drained fluid yesterday, and it was overabundance of it, and because it was 3 weeks. So I'm in that kind of where the organs are shifting back where they need to be. So I'm eating light, and today's my first day without Pepsi. I've been drinking pomegranate juice, which probably isn't no better. It's still got sugar in it, but it's got to be better than Pepsi. So, trying to knock out the caffeine. But I guess overall I'm doing pretty good. We can always get better, can't we, Diane? It's like sometimes we take one step forward, two steps back. But within a day or two, I should start like feeling 100% for another couple of days. And then I start going downhill for the next 8, 9 days. That's good, Diana. That's a healthy diet. On pop, I mean. I'd like to get it where it's more of a treat than a necessity in my life. So I decided to just go to juice for a while, see how I do with that. Laying off the cookies and the cake and eating more chicken soup, vegetable soup, fresh veggies and fruit. Hey Joe, how are you? I'm feeling a little better, Joe. A little bit. I'm in that kind of sick stage right now. But hopefully get knocked out tomorrow. Oh, I know, Diana. I love my sweets too. When I go shopping, I go past the ice cream aisle 3 or 4 times. But I'm always proud of myself when I walk out of the store without, a half gallon of ice cream. Because that's a big accomplishment for me. Thanks. Yeah, they took 11.2 liters out this time, which is 24.69 pounds of weight. But I did gain 4 pounds in body weight. But that's because my neighbor across the hall, like every other night, she's fixing me a nice healthy dinner. So I'm getting the good nutrients in my body. But this girl gives restaurant portions. It lasts me a couple of days. And I stopped ordering from DoorDash, which has saved tons of money and calories. Oh, I know, Diana. I go buy the donut case every time and look for my Bismarcks. Every time. It could be 9 o'clock at night and I'm hoping there's still one left. Oh, that's not good, Joe. Yeah, my stomach was acting up a little bit today, too. Finally had to turn the air on. And then when I went and turned the air on, the living room was cool enough. I had it down to 78. Went to go to the bathroom, and oh my God, it was still warm in there. Wave of nauseous hit me. Oh my gosh, it hit me hard. But hopefully tomorrow I feel better. Tomorrow I got someone coming over. Well, I hope if I feel well in the morning, got stuff arranged. He's going to shorten my bed height. And he's going to put my bookcase together. So I'll get a couple of things done tomorrow. Yes, Diana, you are blessed. Honestly, I didn't think I'd get... I have dodged every genetic thing in the book up until about 2 years ago. Then I started getting everything. Because I thought I was invincible, I guess. I don't know. But I never changed habits or anything. And bam, it got me. Hey, Jenny, how are you? Okay, no problem. Hey, college, how are you? I love that jukebox you showed me. If I had room for it, I would get it in a heartbeat. But I have no room for something like that. It's always a dream, though. And it's easily manageable in money. I mean, that's cheap for what the item is. Don't you hate it when you have an incision and the next day it starts itching, but you can't scratch it till it heals? So you start scratching above and below it, just hoping it relieves it somehow. But I was proud of myself. My physical therapist came today. Wasn't really in the mood, but I did manage some, like 4 or 5 times standing up at the sink and holding my balance for about 30 seconds. Because I figured if I'm going to get well enough to be able to walk with my walker again, I'm going to have bad days as well as good days. So I just need to start building on that strength even when I don't feel well. And plus, it'll help with the leg strength of getting in and out of bed. Because as it is right now, I won't spend the night anywhere besides a ADA compliant hotel room because it's just too hard to get in and out of bed. So, how's everybody else's week been going? What are you working on? It doesn't have to be crochet related. Because we all got different hobbies we like. I am going to try one more time with my knitting machines and try to use up some of this yarn. It's for selfish reasons. I'll donate the blankets, of course, but Mandala's coming out with new colorways, and I want some of them. So I can't buy no more yarn until I use up, I don't know, say I use up 20 skeins of yarn, I can get me 10 things of mandala. Okay, I don't know what that pertains to, Bradley, but welcome. I know. That jukebox, though, it's definitely an 80s model. Well, it looks like the models from the 80s, but it's beautiful. I would love to have it. I just have nowhere to put it. Unless I got a storage for just the jukebox. And then what good does that do me in storage, right? There's a lot of things I dream of for on this earth. but will never come to pass. Sometimes that's a big problem, Joe, is getting past the block. I do that with my crochet too. Like I want to make a hat and I have a mental block of what kind of hat, what kind of stitch. I think every artist goes through that. You got some beautiful landscape out in Virginia. I'd love to open a window and see some of them mountains every day. But I have to get on to Sammy's diamond painting. His birthday's the first one coming up. So I gotta get that done. Azaleas? No, I haven't. Actually, I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh, you've been working in the yard trimming azaleas. Gotcha. I completely read that wrong. Garden work is great when you can get out and enjoy the warm weather. Absolutely. Okay. Okay. I am not a normal person that walked normal to begin with. And whatever you're selling, not in here. Because I don't want to hear it. I do things as naturally as I can, but there are limitations I have to go through. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I think all creative people are like that. We get frustrated very easily. And then when our creativity just goes completely away, it bothers the hell out of us. Do you do a lot of gardening, Diana? So for my next apartment, I want to make sure I have a patio or, a front porch where I can do like a small container gardening, like with tomatoes and strawberries, maybe some green beans that'll climb up a trellis. Some of my favorite vegetables for the fruits and veggies for the summer. That's what I want to do. I'm the same way, Diana, and that's why I don't make up patterns. I'm just not good at it. I'm not good at the math. I mean, I have ideas, but when it comes down to the construction of it, I get it wrong every time. So me following patterns, yeah, I'm the same way. I have to. Figs. Okay. I don't like figs. Yuck. Maybe a fig Newton bar once in a while, but for the most part, no. And it's only one or two fig bars. Not my favorite. never had huckleberries. Yeah. I have a couple of flowers I like. I love daisies and peonies. I do like peonies. But that's pretty much what I like. On baby's breath. Baby's breath is it's a must for any plant arrangement. Well, a lot of those I can't get my hands on, Bradley. Oh, your spelling's just fine, Joe. Sometimes it's our, I don't know what causes blocks, but it's like you sit here like, you got talent. You got the technique, but your brain's not matching with either one of them. Yeah, I've never had huckleberry. I'm doing good. I tried pomegranate juice and I wound up liking it. Now, like I love mango flavored stuff, like ice cream and slushies and stuff. But I got some mango juice. That shit was horrible. I'll never buy that again. But things I've been wanting to try, I buy one of. It's a little bit more expensive, but I buy one. That way, if it goes to waste, I'm not wasting a whole, like, 12-pack or anything. Pawpaw fruit. Never had that either. Yeah, exactly, Joe. And it's frustrating. It very well is. Pantomime wrap from Beauty. Is that? I think that's one of the recent ones she put up. I want to try the bucket hat. But there's one I want to put in the fair. It's Laura Ingalls' hat when she was a little girl. It has like a half scarf attached to it. I kind of want to make that. Zone 6. Where's that at? Like south? Where the oranges grow? Well, I got the juice. And I think I might get a real pomegranate and dry the seeds alone. Let's see. Might just try that. Now I've seen a new corner to corner in the what stitch is that? Seed stitch? I might try that for next year. It has, but I think it needs to be the right mandala color to pull it off. I can't wait to see the new ones. I haven't went on the site yet, but what Bag O' Day showed, they look gorgeous. So I got to use up at least 20 skeins of yarn so I can get 6, well, 12, because, I buy my mandala in 6. So I have to use at least 20 skeins before I can bring anything else into this house. It's going to be hard. Pretty soon you'll see my house, all I'll have is Big Twist and Mandala. Because I think out of all of them, those are my favorite 2 brands. I know, right? Got her wig on backwards, standing kind of lopsided. Yeah. Yeah. Mandala is great to work with. It's soft, not that expensive. I like the DK weight. And the colors they put together, I would have never put together myself, but they work. The one I do want to get, though, I think it's called, is it Peacock? It's got like bright blues and greens in it. Or is that Gnome? Anyways, I want to get some of that. Oh, this is a smoker's cough. Nothing will take care of it until I quit smoking. I've heard of it before, Joe. I've just never seen one. I have heard it being talked about. I don't even know what it is. Odria tea cleans blood. I don't need mine clean. I need more. But the good thing is, I did find out yesterday my blood count went up 20 points. So that's always a good thing. Yeah. I heard it being talked about like on cooking shows and stuff, but yeah. That's why I think a lot of my big projects, like the Phoenix blanket I did in Wishing Well, came out gorgeous. Like I said, the colors they used together, I would never put together myself, but they're gorgeous. Or maybe those colors I would have put together because it reminded me of the beach. You know me and the beach. Yeah, my weight did come up a couple pounds, about 4 pounds, which I was happy because I was losing so much so quick. Hey, how are you doing? Okay. Antoinette? Is that your name? Forgive me if I'm wrong. My memory is like, yes. I know as soon as my wrist heals, I'm going to get back onto the, um, uh, damn it. Like I said, my memory, guys. Sophie's Universe. I'm going to get back onto that. Because that has to be done before the fair. And I got to show everybody else's work that's done it. This is why I don't do crochet alongs, because me, myself, I take full responsibility. I can't stay on track. Oh my gosh. I'd be there every weekend. I actually want to be cremated and thrown in the ocean. Hey, Mary. I'm doing a little better. Thank you. Oh, I hear you. I found out I am paying for 300, was it mega bumps, whatever it's called, 300 on my internet, but I'm only getting 33. So I'm checking out in my area how fast Brightspeed is, if it's a good service, because I actually should not be paying more than 20 bucks with the speed I'm getting. And Spectrum wants to be an ass about either charging me less or getting a tech out here to get my computer running faster. So I would rather just cancel Spectrum. I'm taking a lot of natural vitamins to help with all that stuff, Bradley. I had to watch what I take because the amount of medication I'm on right now. Five years, awesome. I think I've been at this for 10 years, I think. Maybe 11. Yeah, it's been a while. And this year's birthday is the last birthday I'm going to celebrate. By circumstance or by choice, whichever comes first. Oh, that's awesome, Antoinette. I just semi-retired now. Good for you. It's always a good feeling, isn't it? Um, I want to get back into crochet so bad because I want to go to vendor shows, but I'm just not doing enough for a good vendor show. Oh, I hear you on that. I hear you on that. 73? Awesome, Diana. No problem. Yeah, I'm always afraid of doing a tutorial of someone that owns a pattern and I haven't given them credit because I don't know if they're the original person that does the pattern. Because out of respect, I try to get their permission. But because this one shawl I'm going to be doing for my granddaughter's prom, I will be translating it from Polish, but I'm trying to get a hold of um, the creator to find out if it's her original pattern or if it's somewhere written down in English and if I have permission to replicate it in English. Hey Cheryl, how are you? A lot of birthdays in April. That's awesome, Antoinette. Yeah, I I could do those, but I don't know. Maybe once I get my hand feeling good, I can do that to get back into the swing of things. Because I really haven't posted anything in the last 2 years, or maybe even three by now. Good. I'm glad to hear it, Cheryl. I'm just happy I still have my monetization. Night, Mary. I hope your internet gets better, honey. Stay safe. For a broomstick cow that I'm collaborating. Oh, nice. Yeah. And that's the thing, you got to find out who the original designer is. And most designers, if they're offering their patterns as tutorials or free, they don't mind you replicating them. But like you, I like to get the permission because that's their tutorials is also what brings in the money for them. So I think it's just a respect thing. And you have too many people out there doing someone else's design without the crediting. And because what I do when I speak of a certain pattern on my channel, I always put a link to that person's YouTube page because it's just the right thing to do. Oh, okay, cool. Yep. And there's way too many people out there that don't do it. That's like stealing, you know, songs from these free downloadable sites. You're stealing the artist's work. I don't like it. I mean, sometimes I think they get paid too much, but it's still their work. I don't believe so, Bradley. Correct. Yep. That's the way to do it. A lot of people have the notion that, well, if it's out there, then they're giving me permission. No, they're not. Right now, I'm doing a shawl. It's a private cow, and it's written in German. And I won't let the person that translated. Well, it's okay. It's not. I won't let. She won't release it until we can get permission from the designer to put it up on Etsy in English. Yep, exactly. I want to get started on my nativity set, painting it, so it'll be done by Christmas. Start recording it in different parts. Then that will be all done, and I can like release it 1 or 2 parts a week. Yeah. Or I see a lot of people on these free crochet pattern sites. They'll buy the pattern once and they give it away for free to everybody. That's just as wrong. Yeah, Bradley, I'm going to talk to a nutritionist because I got to be real careful what I eat because of my meds. Correct. That's correct. It's the copyright is gone after 50 years. No problem. We all have it. I want to learn, not that I'll buy everything for it, but I want to go to um, I think it's South Dakota, to the Sioux Nation and learn some of their dyeing techniques and weaving techniques um, as part of my heritage, and maybe take one of my grandkids with me to learn it. Kind of keep it alive. Hey, Jenny. Oh, really? Now, love to do some vintage ones. Yeah, I think it would be fun to know. Well, good. I hope she liked them. 1970s pineapple shawl. Ooh, nice. I always wanted to try the pineapple stitch. Well, stitches to make a pineapple. A poncho. Okay. Ponchos are really in style now. That would be awesome, Jenny. That would be a fun trip. Yeah, I can't take any blood thinners. Nothing. Hell, the doctor gave me a numbing shot yesterday and it wouldn't stop bleeding. But he had to put the stent in there before the numbing shot wore off. Welcome back, college. Yeah, I think you came around the time that Dana did her Christmas and her first Christmas in July. I think that's when we met. But back then I was a bitch, a total bitch. Now I've tried to clean up my channel and it seems to be having the opposite effect that I thought it would have. You'll get there, Jenny. Thank you, Jenny. I was trying to catch him. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I was the target on a lot of that, but those people have been etched out. And I have tried to clean up my channel, but a lot of people didn't come back. And you know what? I don't blame them because sometimes I don't give people a second chance either. But it is what it is, you know? I just got to start posting and bring on a whole new audience. Apartment, honey? That don't sound like you, college. I thought you were happy where you were. Yeah, I did too. Yeah. I don't even check on her channel or anything because when I did, she just doesn't change. Well, everybody deserves it, Jenny, and you didn't do anything so bad that it couldn't be forgiven. Hello, Tina. Welcome. Oh, me apartment hunting. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm still trying. Yeah, I think a lot of people did, but still a lot of people got their blindfolds on concerning that person, and that's okay. They'll figure it out. Yeah, and I don't put a whole lot of faith or politics in here. Now, once it's something, I'm still me. Once in a while, something will aggravate me so much I got to release it, but it's pretty much a very short conversation. Yeah, it's not going very well, college. I think I'm going to be stuck here. Yeah. Unless I can find another apartment that's like this one, where it comes down, the utilities are included and stuff. Yeah, I'm not. I can't. He's talking about natural foods I should eat, but I mean, I appreciate the suggestions, but I'm dealing with a whole host of illnesses right now that I can't just willy nilly go get anything and then not interact with my meds. Yeah, well, thanks for lurking. Yeah, it's gotten stupid here too. The small town I was going to move to, well, I want to move to. Like last year, I could get an apartment for 450 for a 2 bedroom, and pay the utilities, which I could afford, but the rent went up to like 570, and with the way utilities soared, I couldn't afford it. The apartments that this place manages has no 2 bedrooms. Absolutely, Antoinette, because if you didn't have fixed mortgage before all this crap happened, you're on the street or you're paying almost your whole check to rent. Well, I don't have a porch. I don't have a balcony. Wish I did. I'd love to live on an island surrounded by the ocean. But then the hurricanes, they scare me. Oh, did they give any hope to the situation, Jenny? Wow, I know it's outrageous if you want to move to the city. And I love city life. I just can't afford it anymore. Not even in the ghetto. I couldn't afford an apartment in the ghetto in a city. It's gotten that outrageous. Well, that's good. Combining two checks to the house and then selling the couple acres definitely help you out. Yeah, that's a big thing, getting the landlord to answer back quickly. Just tell your landlord, you don't answer, I don't move. I'm not living on the streets. It would take them at least 6 months to kick your ass out. Oh my goodness, you got to be kidding me. That is crazy, internet. Having to fight for that. All you need is that front porch girl to sit there and do your crochet. Yeah, but hopefully, just tell them to do it quickly, and that they're going to keep your deposit. You paid what, last month's rent? That give you a few weeks to move out. Oh my goodness. So that's where your crochet work comes in handy. Do you go to vendor shows and stuff? I would go to vendor shows and make up that amount. Because I know here, as well, you probably know too, most vendor shows you can get in without having a vendor's license. Yeah, see, there you go. And if they just need to get that reference letter in. If they want you out, they'll get you a reference letter. And I'm telling you, take pictures. That way, if she wants to be a witch, you have pictures of what she's supposedly talking about. Don't be complacent on that. Get up and take pictures. I want to go on a trip for my birthday. I don't know where I want to go. It's like a weekend trip. I just don't know where I want to go yet. It's coming up shortly, so I need to make a decision. The only thing is, I would have to pay the way for someone to go with me, for someone to manage the wheelchair. Because we know my bitch ass can't do it anymore. Who knew? 2 years ago I could load and unload this chair no problem. Now it's a whole new ball of wax, you know what I mean? Oh wow, knitting, and that takes so long to do. Like in knitting and crochet, they have their pros and cons on each. Crochet goes much quicker, but I do like the look of knitted stuff. It's I think knitted is best for like socks and stuff, but it takes a long time. Exactly. And that's the frustrating part about it. Nobody wants to pay for what it's worth. Usually, a lot of times, if someone will come up to me and they'll say that's way too much, I already have on a card for like, okay, for mandala, how much do I pay per yard? How many yards a certain project takes, how much time, you know, and most of the time it averages out to like $5-6 an hour because I undercut myself. And then I ask them, would you do all this work for $5 an hour? Usually they say no. They still walk away, but they got a new understanding. Crochet cannot be done by machine. It's one stitch at a time. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yep. Thinking I might have to sell mine. I'm gonna give them a shot one more time, but and mine are pretty old, so they go for a pretty good amount of money. But if I can't do it, I can't do it. Hey, Amy, how are you, hon? There you go. I like that when you can have a job you work when you want. Yeah, I think everybody's busy during the spring. We've all been pent up due to cold weather, and now see, I like Antoinette's situation. In the winter, she could sit out on the porch and crochet all day. She's got that beautiful weather. Me, I'm all bundled up in a sweater, you know, 84-degree on my heater, stay in the apartment so no air comes in. Oh, and how'd that go? Yeah, I'm going to talk to my doctor about seeing a nutritionist. Absolutely. You deserve that money. That's kind of funny. I've been watching a lot of 80s movies. Recently, I watched For Keeps with Molly Ringwald in it. Watched all three Godfathers, um, Blast from the Past, Revenge of the Nerds. I love the original one. Absolutely, Amy. Oh, wow. Now, see, in 2 years, I'm eligible for my ex husband's Social Security, which I'm going to start the process at like 61 and a half. And I think I'm entitled to like 50% of what he would draw, which if I waited till I was 65, I'd get 100% of it, but I'm not waiting because I could use it now. But yeah, I mean, it's a benefit I earned. and paid a lawyer to get it for me. Monk? I've never seen Monk. Meatballs, yeah, my brother, I think he likes that one. I think 80% right now. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what I'll get. I think I get anywhere from 50 to 80. I'm not sure. I think it's 50 because he's still alive. Yeah, but when it comes down to the older crowd, college, we were, we were housewives on top of working. I don't get the amount I get just because I laid around. I get the amount I get because I did work and I did put in the credits. And my disability got worse to where I couldn't work. Yeah, but don't you? Do you sometimes watch shows just so you can have a good cry? Your feelings are there, but you can't get the crying out, so you watch a movie. I do that too much. Yeah, and that's true too. Yep. I think the highest amount for Social Security is 14 or 1500. Well, that's the average. Um, I get below the average. Some people get up to 2000, but they worked a lot longer than me. It's okay. Just setting you straight a little bit. And I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the ones with like ADHD that could actually take meds and control it and get a job. I got it. I feel the same way. Absolutely, internet. Yeah. I like Steel Magnolias. I cry when she has the seizure at the beauty shop, when she passes, and then when Sally goes off. That when Sally Field played that part at the cemetery, oh my gosh, you could just feel the feelings. Huge. I heard she was drained after she shot that scene. Damn seeds getting stuck in my straw. Oh, absolutely. Yep. That's kind of the way I felt when I lost my granddaughter. I think that when it comes down to the children, when it's an adult that passes, okay, it could have been life decisions, old age, but we kind of expect it. But when it comes to children, it just breaks our heart. The other sister, yeah, that is a good one. Yeah, every time you watch. And even like the movie with Julia Roberts, one of her first one, Mystic Pizza, when she's with her sister and her married boyfriend's wife comes home. Not that I approve this situation, but her feelings are so raw. You can't help but cry with her. Never seen Ghost. Ghost is good, but it never got to me like it did to a lot of people. It's a good movie, but it's not one of my go-tos. Oh, that's a shame, Amy. Yeah, it's a shame when you can't even pay the rent. Has he thought about trying to check, get on a waiting list for HUD housing where they base it on his pay? Patrick Swayze, he was a good looking man, that's for sure. The Notebook, yes. That's a goodie. She was actually very good for being a new actress, she was very good at that movie. She played town slut, but yet she was looking for Mr. Right. Something like Pretty Woman, only um, set in a pizza shop. Oh, that's a shame, Amy. Chick flit night, yep. With some popcorn and tissues. Absolutely. And I love it when I get into creative spirit with my popcorn. I got a popcorn maker a while ago, a few years ago, from a subscriber. Put some popcorn in that, use some seasonings. Ugh, and sit down with tissue box and have a good old cry fest. Sam Elliott, yes. Absolutely. And I loved him in the movie Mask. Yeah. He's good looking man. I think that's when I was first introduced to Sam Elliott in Mask. Couldn't keep my eyes off of him when he was on the screen. Yes, he does. And that was one movie I actually liked Cher playing in. And I don't like her in a lot of movies. But that was one movie she actually pulled off. It was more true to her own self than any other movie. Yeah. All man. Absolutely. I don't like the feminine type man. And we're getting less and less all men. You know what I mean? Like I described one day, most men in these days go down running down the street with their little fairy wings on, and their face full of makeup and don't know how to change a tire. And I'm not saying gay man either. Men, the young men, all of them, most act that way. Ah, beef sticks. Yeah, they're too spicy for me. I can't eat those. Chris Pratt and Chris Hemsworth, they're okay. I like Mel Gibson when he's not acting like an ass. Yeah, but even so, come on. Learn to change a tire. It's not that hard. They don't want to get their hands a little greasy. Too many men have been feminized by the women. I want a manly man. But they're hard to find too because you got the older guys trying to act young. So they act like idiots. Nobody knows chivalry anymore. And I don't know, I kind of don't blame them because us older ladies, a lot of them, not all of them, are out there to grab whatever money they can get. So that tree goes both ways. I have a feeling we would argue more than we would meet on the minds on a lot of things. Sling Blade, that was a good movie. That was a really good movie. There was no gray lines with what was his name? I can't remember. It was black and white. That's it. No second chances. Man, I got a blemish coming up right there where my eyeglasses sit. It's bugging the hell out of me. But yeah, I've noticed Tubi and Amazon's getting a lot of the 80. They're releasing a lot of 80s videos. And it makes me happy. Brings back my teenage years. Teenage young adult years. But yeah, I'm sure he showed it being a man in different ways. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying everyone's got to be mechanically inclined, but they can't be. How do I want to put this? 50% of the population is women. We don't need it going up to 85% with women attributes, is what I'm trying to say. You was a teen at the end of the 80s, yeah. I was at the end of 80s, young adult still, 25, 26. Graduated in 82. Yeah, 25, 26. I got to pull out a picture of me when I was 18. You would never think it was the same person. For the younger generation, no. For the older generation, 50-50. I think, my opinion only, too many women have been used and abused where we don't trust men. That's the big thing. And that's why they try to feminize them. And that's where the world went wrong. Parents not teaching their men how to be proper men. You have to drag it out. Yeah. I'm just happy I still got brown hair. I mean, like, it's starting to gray up now, but last time I dyed it was 2 or 3 years ago. So it's slowly turning. I think I'm gonna just kind of grow into my gray now. I'm 60. Well, almost. I think I was kind of cute at 18. Kind of. Maybe. I love that juice. I could drink the whole damn 12 pack. I know. But I thought I was getting the 70-ounce bottles. I misread. Go figure. But for an additional $1.50, I could have gotten 70 ounces instead of 17 at Walmart, which I might get next time because you get triple the amount for probably double the cost. It's got to be better than drinking Pepsi, though, I'm telling you. Mm. I wonder where Rhonda is. She barely ever misses a live. Hope everything's okay. So what y'all want to talk about? I'm hoping to almost anything. Almost. Do I miss Pepsi? Kind of. It got rid of my headaches really quick. But I think that was the addiction to the caffeine. But yeah. Yes, that I'm going to be working on. I had to go around the whole house, find all the envelopes for it. But it's coming together. And once that's done, I'll definitely be showing that. I can't remember. Was I supposed to I know make one for myself, but make one for auction? Was I supposed to do that for like domestic violence or something? Yeah. I was getting this weird taste in my mouth from the caffeine and knew I had to change stuff. Yeah, it's going to get done. Absolutely. Because that's one of those things I can take to the doctor's office with me and connect two squares at a time till I get it like a row. Yeah, you did. And I got those. I'll have to go back to that video and make sure found walnuts had mold. Ooh, not good. And I love Walmart walnuts. I get those when I can. Mainly at Christmas because they're cheaper. Yes, my mom drank RC Cola. That was her favorite. And then she switched to Pepsi, if I'm not mistaken. Could be mistaken. I remember buying Pepsi in the bottles, and then once a month I'd have enough bottles to where I'd take them in and get a couple free 8 packs or 6 packs. Thought I was making a great deal off those. Shit. No, I should have just took them in as I used them and taken it off the grocery bill. Fago, I have Fago once in a while. It's usually the red cream soda. I'll drink that once in a great while. Hey Gail, how are you doing, hon? Yeah, I do like the cream soda, and I'll drink the grape once in a while. That's when my palate needs cleansed from all the Pepsi. Check my messages. Okay, I will. On Facebook, Nestle tea. I don't drink a lot of tea. Oh yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Um, yeah, Nestle tea. I mainly like what's that called? I just picked some up the other day. It's the tea with the Palmer, Palmer lemon tea or something like that. It's pretty good. Brisk is good too. I do like brisk. But there's one they took off the market, and that was my favorite, and I can't remember the name of it. It was my favorite. I was so pissed when they took it off the market. Oh, cool. Yeah, it is good tea. Lipton's okay. Now, Lipton I drink as a hot tea once in a while. Fresca. I didn't really like Tab too much. Fresca I could take. I think I had Tab when I was a young adult. When I thought I needed to be on a diet. Um, but I always came back to Pepsi. Spring Dragon Longevity Tea. Never heard of it. Yeah, you can still get Fresca. Yep. I remember getting citrus flavored 7-Up. Or was it? It wasn't cherry because they still make cherry. I can't remember what the flavor was. It was back in the 80s. It was delicious. Seems like anything I find that I like always seems to disappear. And that's because Columbus was one of those test market cities. And if it didn't go well, it doesn't get released anywhere. So I was mad because I'd find something I liked and they just took it off the market. Yeah, here in Ohio, you can find it pretty much anywhere. Mainly your convenience stores. Now, what I do like is going into a um, Mexican store and getting the Pepsi from Mexico. For some reason, it tastes different, it tastes better, but it's expensive. Vernon ginger ale, no. I don't like any ginger ale, though, to be fair. It's not my favorite. Ooh, that sounds good. My mom used to use, instead of um, soda, she used syrup, pancake syrup with brown sugar and pineapple. Oh my God, talk about a sweet ham, but it was good. Mountain Dew Zero. I am so glad they never got into Mountain Dew. So much shit's coming out what they put in Mountain Dew. The Especially the amount of sugar. Oh my gosh. Much more than Pepsi. Ah, interesting. It's very interesting. Has anybody ever watched it's a 1960 show called Up the Downstairs or Downstairs Upstairs? I found that. Oh my God, I love that series. It is really good. And I think a few years back they released like a next generation version. It wasn't as good, but the first series, oh my God, it was so good. Oh, thank you, Helen. Glad to see you. Yeah, don't you hate it when something's available in one state, not the other? That's like Scrapple. I love Scrapple. But now I know it's in Pennsylvania. Um, Michigan gets it. Well, the brand I like, it's in Virginia, as far as I know, but it skipped Ohio completely. Cannot find it. The only stuff you can get is the Amish Scrapple, and I don't like it. Yes, it's a very good show. My favorite is the maid that's always getting in trouble. She reminds me of myself. What was her name? It wasn't Rose. I can't remember what her name was, but she was my favorite one to watch. Yeah, exactly. And I think it's here in Ohio, but it's like they only sell stuff in certain areas. But I can see if it's not selling in a certain area to the point they're making a profit between transportation and all, it's just not worth it. And I get it. But damn it, I still want it. I've never seen any of this. Well, no, wait a minute. I watched a one show on Keeping Up Appearances because my mom liked that one, but the other ones I haven't seen. The British does have good comedy and drama, but they're a little bit more cheeky than the states on some things, but they're funnier. Hyacinth, yeah. I've never seen Are You Being Served? I've seen the commercials for that. I don't know. I guess with my faith, I just can't see myself watching it. Merlin, I never seen that one. Oh, cool. Now, from what I hear, the Queen used to watch Keeping Up with Appearances. She liked that show. But of course, that's through one of the gossip channels, so who really knows? Huh, interesting. Might have to give it a shot. Yeah, I knew that. I knew that part. And he wanted to be equal with God, and that's why he was tossed out. He was actually God's favorite angel. Yeah, I'll give it a try and see if I like it. Talking about movies and stuff, I feel like curling up in my recliner with some popcorn and watching something. Outlander, I've never seen that one. I've been watching like on Tubi a lot of the oldies but goodies, like the Facts of Life, um, Good Times, Happy Days. Been watching a lot of that. Call the Midwife. I do like Call of the Midwife. Actually, I stopped watching around season 5 or 6 because it was rumored that that was going to be the last season. Well, what? They're in 12 now, and I canceled my Netflix. But since my daughter gave me a password to her Netflix, I want to get caught up on those again because if she gets charged, either I'm going to have to pay her for that extra charge or just give it up. Fire County and 911. Never seen either one of those. Handmaid's Tale. I was told that was good. I'd like to see that one. Yeah, same here. And I refuse to pay for more than one streaming service at a time because you add all of them up, you might as well pay cable. So when I watch all my shows on one, I switch over to another one and, you know, I do my little rotation bit. The lady with the kid. Oh, yeah. But she didn't stay on there very long, but another season. That was it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta watch. Because I heard, what's her name? Trudy? Her character really comes to life. Yeah, I've never seen Fire County. Carol Burnett, she's funnier than hell. Never heard of Virginia River either. See, there's so many shows that I miss because they were never advertised, so you just don't get the gist of them. Virgin River, sorry. I just kind of went glossed right over that one, didn't I? Tell you what, my brain and my mouth do not work together much anymore. The blue baby outfit. I don't think so. No. Now I'm looking for a good baby ensemble this year. They get disconnected somehow, internet. Well, I think I ate the right thing for dinner. It stayed down. So I'm happy about that. Oh, I said, a lot of times my mouth and my brain don't work together. I got some recent pictures of Molly. She's doing really well. I'm so happy that she's finally coming out of her shell and she's playing with the other cats. So she's in a very loving home. Yeah, especially the older we get. It gets disconnected just a little bit more. You can almost hear the firing pins going zzz, zzz. Oh, I bet. Golden retrievers are known leaving their hair all over the place. 100 pounds, my gosh. But they're good dogs to have. They're loyal and protective. Grace and Kiva. Aw, it's cute names. That's funny. Yeah, golden retrievers are active. They're definitely active. They're a great dog for like a kid's first big dog. Thumper. Yeah. We used to growing up have like a collie German shepherd mixed and a purebred shepherd. The purebred shepherd was mean as hell. We had to keep that one in the cage, like, big old pen in the yard. Um, the collie shepherd, though, she was a protector and a family dog, definitely a family dog. Oh, okay. Thank you, Helen. Yeah, I like big dogs better than the smaller ones. I feel more protected with them. Little dogs are just going to bite a couple ankles, and a robber or whatever will just kick them off to the side, and they'll go yelping. Went and got your popcorn. There you go. Ready for a good movie. I trained Lassie, which was the collie shepherd mixed. I want to say 13, but it could have been 12, to my first 4-H show. And it beat a dog that's been showing, that was showing for like 3 or 4 years, and won first place. But they wouldn't let me go to the state fair because it was my first year competing, which I thought was very unfair. But she was so good at her training, because I walk with a very sideways gait, back and forth. And she actually walked that same way to stay in step with me. The judge said they had never seen a dog do that. She was very well trained. It's 11. Yeah, it's going on 10 here. Yeah. It's movie time. Sit back and relax. Pull my recliner out. Have some popcorn and watch a good movie. I don't know what I'm going to watch tonight, but I'll find something, because I'm not tired. I'm just a little weak from the last couple of days. Now I'll get a lot of energy either tomorrow or the next day, and I'll have energy for a couple of days, and then by then my stomach will be so swollen I'll start declining for a week before I go back in for the next procedure, and then it repeats. It's So I always have to bank on 2 or 3 days of being able to get stuff done, because the rest of the time I am down, I'm sleeping, um, which is cause for alarm, because when you sleep that much, you it means your blood pressure is running low, other things are going wrong with your body, could cause a stroke, a heart attack, and which scares me. So they put emergency pull bar cords in the wrong places. They got one in the bedroom that nobody puts their bed near. They got one by the tub, which, okay, that's a good place. But they don't have one in the living room where you would put a sofa or a chair. Well, they don't have one in the living room at all, to where if you're in the living room, you could pull a cord. So I'm always afraid I'll be in the living room in my recliner, can't get up, can't get help. So it's a scary thought for me, and I try not to sleep, but damn, it just overtakes me. I'm up for an hour, down for 3. So the next few days will be the active days. And my next thing I have to get done tomorrow is my bedroom, so I can get my bookshelf put together and my bed lowered. And then it's out here to get all this mess cleaned up, because my brother's coming. He said no later than mid-July, but that could be any time. So I got to get that area cleaned up so he has a place to put his stuff, and put a cot out to sleep on. So my butt's got to get working. I at least got to get the sorting completed so my aide can put the rest of the stuff where it belongs. Hello, Rob. Welcome. So, yeah, that's on the agenda in the next few days. And then I want to get started with some videos. But I'm just trying to figure out what type of videos I want to start with. They have to be low energy videos. Yeah, and I was thinking about doing that here in the craft room, but it's such a mess, it's embarrassing. What you guys see back here is bad. The rest of it is very embarrassing. Hey, Julie, how are you? We talk about crocheting, organizing, really anything that comes up. Yeah, exactly. So I thought maybe certain areas I might video, like the desk, but I'm definitely going to do a walkthrough once it's all done because I am paring down, getting rid of a lot of stuff. Either selling, donating, throwing, but I'm going to say probably anywhere from 25 to 35% of my stuff's going to be out of here. I don't have room for it. I'll never use it. Wish I could, but I can't find the right project. And I don't want yarn sitting on my shelf for 10 years and not using it and taking up space for yarn that I would love to use. What kind of stuff? Mainly craft stuff. Welcome, Ronald. Yeah, a lot of times second opinions are best, Julie. I know, right, Jenny? Most of it will wind up in the dumpster if he had his way in it. Yeah, and a lot of it I sold um, because I just wasn't going to use it. So I stopped buying from Ice, except for the Alera and the Rainbow Picasso. I do have some of that left. Um, but mainly I like my stateside. I like the Big Twist and I like Mandala. Those are my favorites. And with Mandala coming out with new colors, I think that's what I'm going to stick with because I get most of my inspiration from those yarns. Yeah, I will. I'll get it organized. Not regret. Oh my God, yeah, so many regretted purchases. Yeah. Some that I'll have to resell for 50% of what I spent. But I'm thinking at least I'll get 50% back, or I'll donate it to a good cause and just know not to make impulsive purchases like that again. My papers that I got, Temu is a bad place for me to go because the prices are so cheap. I'm thinking I'm saving money. I bought so much paper for paper journaling. I got way too much of it. So I'm going to try to sell it in a lot for at least 50% of what I paid for it. So I pretty much stay off Temu. But yeah, yarn that was given to me, I don't give away. I do find a use for it. But yeah, a lot of regrettable purchases. Yeah, exactly. I think I did the same thing a couple of years ago, Antoinette. About 500 skeins. I was overbuying, I was doing the keeping up with the Joneses, but the Joneses had anywhere from 100,000 subscribers to 500,000, and it was like I'm not bringing enough money to make those kind of purchases, so I need to buy what I love and I could show that stuff off, but just to be buying, I can't do that anymore. Well, I appreciate it, Ronald. Oh, that's nice, Julie. Yeah, Timu is addictive. Um, I stopped doing the games because the games would make me purchase more. Um, I do go like I went in there and got a wheelchair bag, and I got one other thing I needed, and that was it. I just if I know I can get it there cheaper for the same quality as Amazon, I'll pick it up. But I don't go on there looking for stuff anymore. Yeah, same here. Same here, internet. I just got too much. Yes, I have, Helen. I've made quite a few, and I'm trying to decide which one I want to put in a fair. Um, and also that one yarn you got me, it's kind of rainbow, but it's more of a southwestern style colors. I made a I made a big twin size blanket out of that for the fair, but I'll show you all that when I do a fair overhaul of what I'm entering. Um, and I'm using up a lot of the baby stuff that you bought, the multicolored ones. Like I said, I'm using it. It's just not quick enough. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, exactly. I think I've given a whole bunch of it away. Um, Now I got it down to slightly over manageable. Slightly. I want to get it. You know how Secret Yarnery has hers now? She's got that one section of yarn. Well, of course, she's got that much because she does a lot of crochet. But she's got the one section of finished projects. Well, I want to do that with mine. I want to have like the top shelves of yarn and well, top shelf and the bottom shelf, and then the two middle shelves of projects I finished. I would love to get it down to where I only need two bookshelves in here of yarn. That's it. Maybe one other bookshelf for other crafts, but for the most part, just the two for yarn. And I think that's pretty manageable for a crafter. Yeah, I love making blankets. I do. I think that's my go to. I thought it was amigurumi there for a long time, but I love blankets. Yeah, same here, Helen. I stay away from the yarn sales. Like, I got gift certificates I was given for Christmas I have still not spent, which I have plans on going next week and spending them if the mandala comes out with that new yarn. It's yarn that I want, the brand I want, and the money's sitting there, so I'm gonna go spend it. But other than that, I have not done any shopping on yarn except for gifts. Well, I would at least make them their wedding blankets, Jenny. Get those started. Yeah, and that's still a lot, isn't it? But it's like we go into shock if we pare it down even more. Our brain will tell us now we don't have enough. Yeah. Yeah, and it's still too. Yeah, exactly. but we just can't get rid of the rest. We have to use it. Now, the finished projects I can donate. That's not a problem. But I have to use it. And that's the thing with crafting. They come out with new tools. I've stopped buying new tools, new hooks that come out. I got my favorites. I'm going to keep my favorites. I'm done with trying the new gizmo of the day when it's really not needed. I really put extra thought into whatever I buy. And that's new for me. Usually, if I've got the money and I want it, I get it. So it's so new to me to hold on to the money and save it for something I really want instead of going out and just getting more yarn. Yeah, exactly. And the onlines don't have the same sales as like in store. I get it. Now, I was watching Crystal's live, and she was talking about that company. I think it's called Flower Puff Company or Puff Flower Company. I don't know. But I looked them up. Oh my God, the yarn is gorgeous. If I buy anything, it's going to be for gifts for those. But they are gorgeous. And I'm like, Wanda, you don't need to buy it. You don't need it. You don't need it. But I want it. So, but as long as I can get all this pared down, I'll be good. And I still got another tote in the bedroom that I have to go through. That it was on the bottom of everything else. Then I got fabric I got to go through. Donate, sell, the same shit. Try to get that down to one of the smaller totes. It's all a process. Yeah, we are hopeless. You got that right. Yeah, I didn't know about their baby yarn if it was soft or not. I'm glad you told me it was soft. Because I do have to get a couple of skeins of number 2 fine yarn for like a lay-it set for the fair. Oh no. I think the ones I was looking at, they were on sale for $14 for like 1,500 yards. Yeah, I couldn't afford $65 a cake of yarn. There you go, sharing with your sister-in-law. That's a good way to do it. Yeah, I am planning on doing some sewing. Yes, I am. I have to do. I don't know if you've heard everything I'm going through, Helen, but I have to plan everything with my high energy days, which is like 3 days in 14. So trying to plan those out is what's tough. Yeah. I think I bought one skein of alpaca yarn that came straight from the animal. It was $18 for I think a couple hundred yards as a gift a long time ago. I will never do that again. That hurt. That hurt my pocket. But it was beautiful yarn. And like I said, my channel isn't big enough to warrant that kind of spending. It's just not. I was putting myself into a hole more than gaining money. through YouTube. Oh, okay. Zeman. I'm gonna write that down. That way, if I run across it, I will let you know. But if you guys could, I mean, I'm not saying you have to, absolutely not. But if you feel in your heart to kind of spread the room that I've changed my channel around, to kind of give me a second chance, that would be awesome. Because I do want to build it back up. I just, between being ill and being stuck, not growing, I've just kind of given up. See, Zeman from the Netherlands. Well, Helen, I will keep my eye out on for that. That's awesome. You'll get there, Internet. You got a good channel. I peek in every so often. You do have a good channel. You got it, girl. You got it. Let me write it down so that way my brain will connect to my mouth when I do my next video. And I'll make sure I even put a link in there. It has a large O and a small. Okay, it's a large O. Okay. Absolutely. Yep. And maybe that'll get my want to create again. Because I lost it a long time ago. Never mind. I don't want to bring any drama in. It kind of did me in. Yeah, probably Helen. And yeah, I'll definitely look for it. Oh, you got a link for it? Cool. think that's what it meant. That heart hides half the word at the end. And Jenny gave me a really good idea what to do with that dragon once I get it done. But I got to talk to my granddaughter if she wants to do it. If she doesn't, then I got to come up with a whole new plan. Oh, okay, here. Here, let me make you a moderator for a second. So that way you can post the link. There you go. Oh, wow. Thank you very much. It's a sport weight. I saved it my favorites. Oh my goodness. I itch. And I'm like barely rubbing over the bandage. Just give it the satisfaction it's being scratched. Wow, it went from 71 since I got on here down to 57. That was quick. Well, guys, we've been on almost 2.5 hours. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. Thank you guys for all the support you've given me over the last couple of years because I really needed it. And I'm hoping to get back into recording soon. Hostgarn in Denmark has a super soft wool in a 2-weight. Okay. And I do appreciate the internet. Yeah. You guys went through my bad times and here for the better times. But so yeah, I'm gonna go pop me some popcorn, sit back and watch an 80s movie. And I will definitely see you guys next Tuesday. But maybe I'll put a little something out. Maybe a painting video or something. We'll do something. And just get my feet wet again and get back into recording. So you guys have a wonderful night. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. And have a very safe weekend or week. And I'll see y'all next Tuesday. You guys take care and stay blessed. Bye-bye.